So I decided to replace the stereo in my camper, and when I looked online for stereos that are they're specifically made for campers, I did not see anything that I trusted or had experience with, and I wanted something that had good quality that's going to last a long time. So I decided to install a car stereo, and this is the one I chose. It is the Pioneer AVH221EX. I've had it for about 6 months, and I cannot complain. I can talk through the phone on it. There's my microphone right there. And I can be pretty much in the bathroom or even in the back room up here. And it works pretty decent, where I can speak through the phone on it. And people can hear me pretty clearly. I can play DVDs on my TV. The first time I did it, it was like a screen inside a screen, and I thought it was not compatible. But actually it is compatible. It was just the settings inside my TV to make it fit the screen right. But one thing I liked about it is one day I decided to watch a movie and I was getting ready for work. I only got about 20 minutes into the movie and I had to leave. So I stopped the movie, or paused it or stopped it, turned the stereo off, came back the next day, started playing music off my phone, out of my music library, turned the stereo off, come back the next day and started watching the movie again. And it left off right where I left off. I didn't have to go and rewind the movie or try to find out what scene I left off on or anything else. It left right where I stopped the movie at. And I did that for about 4 times before I finally got through the whole movie. I really liked that about it. If I'm dry docking and I have to run on my 12-volt battery only and I'm not hooked up, it will play the DVD or movie through this screen if I'm not able to turn on my TV. So that's another good thing about it. It switches colors real easy. So we'll turn this off. I added speakers of mine, so it gives it a surround sound, so it'll play through your camper speakers when you're playing a movie. So that's pretty cool. It will even play through. You can even hook it up to a camera outside, like a backup camera or a camera anywhere, and look through the camera through the screen. But I don't use that part. But of course, it's got the radio and Bluetooth. It's got really good Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth works really well. So I can be outside the camper or even anywhere in the camper. I have no issues whatsoever. It is easy to switch the phones. So I think it holds. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 phones, but anyway, I have 3 in here. I have my phone. I have a friend that comes over here, and I let them hook their phone to it. And I have my laptop on, so it's easy to switch to the phones. Or the Bluetooth device. It switches colors pretty easy. So, let me turn this off. Turn this mute off so you can see. Okay, so the illumination, we're gonna switch it to blue, and that's for the buttons, which you can also have where they switch colors on the buttons anyway. And then the theme, we're gonna switch it to blue. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 5 different colors, and that you can change it to if you don't like the color. And it does have a remote control, and I use an iPhone, but I'm sure it'll also work on an Android phone. But anyway, I can lay my phone somewhere else and pause and play the music on my phone. Switch songs, pause, play the music, turn the volume up and down. So I don't have to go to my phone for that if I want to switch songs or pause it. It'll work through its remote control, and of course it also plays anything, like if you're playing a DVD or anything that controls the stereo, like source or switch stations. The equalizer is pretty easy to get to. So if I'm watching a movie, I set it on natural. Some people might like powerful. I don't want it on super bass, it doesn't sound right. It gives kind of the surround sound. Or if I'm listening to hip-hop music, I can hit super bass real easy. It's got super bass, powerful, natural, vocal, flat, and 2 customs. So if you want to customize it your own way and keep it in the memory, you can do that. Of course, the Bluetooth works well. I mentioned that already. It does not have Apple CarPlay, and it really doesn't need it because it's in a camper. But I can, set my phone somewhere and say, "Hey Siri, play so-and-so song," or anything I can do through Siri on my phone. It'll play through the Bluetooth on the stereo. So I really don't need Apple CarPlay because I have Siri and I can use voice activation through that. I'm sure it will work on an Android. And so one thing that does get on my nerves, and maybe there's something I can do to prevent this, I don't know, but and it's common with car stereos. I'll come in, turn on the stereo, And the last thing I played on my phone will start blaring through the speakers. I hate that. If I want to play the music, I want to turn the stereo and I want to play the music, I push play. I don't want to start blaring music. Maybe there's something I can do to prevent that. I don't know. But it's common on car stereos. And I did make a video, a separate video on how I installed this one. So if somebody wants to get ideas on how to do their own job, I did make a separate video on how I installed this one. This unit was not too expensive. When I bought it, it was a little under $200, and I guess I bought it about 6 months ago, 7 months ago. And you know, we got inflation. I don't know what it would cost now, but it was not that expensive, and it's very good quality. I think it's gonna be around a while. I've had no issues at all with it in the 6 months I've had it. But anyway, that's what I did.